Right now, former New York City Police Commissioner, Vice Chairman of K2 Intelligence, and author of the best-selling book Vigilance, Ray Kelly goes on the record. Good evening, Commissioner.
Good to be with you, Greta.
Commissioner, how's the Obama administration doing, specifically President Obama and Secretary Jay Johnson, at making the American people feel secure, yet at the same time telling us, to be alert?
Well, I think they're doing the best they can. I'm not certain what other message they could put out. There is an awful lot of anxiety in the country, and you would expect them to put that message out. So I think it's sort of business as usual. Every time there is a threat, this is the type of thing that's said by our public officials.
It almost seems to me, and obviously I'm not on the front lines like you have been and like they are, but it seems much easier to make the arrest after the terrorism than it is to prevent the terrorism. I mean, I can't even imagine having the information or the intelligence to stop that, because it's so easy to do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it is easy to do. You look at the attack in Paris. They used a weapon that's worldwide, the AK-47 rifles. They used some explosives, but they weren't particularly effective. But it is easy to do, unfortunately, and I think that's what really concerns law enforcement. So, we're doing everything I think we reasonably can do as a country. I think we're certainly in New York City are doing everything reasonably can do. But there are no guarantees, and as you said, it's very difficult to get that intelligence to stop an attack before it happens.
I have no doubt that everyone's doing what's reasonable you can do, but I just, as you just noted, I mean, it's just so easy to commit such mayhem, to walk into Penn Station or to hit the Macy's Day Parade or anything. It's just not that hard, especially if you're willing to kill yourself. I mean, these people who are doing it have no sense of survival. They don't seem to mind dying.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what makes this so challenging, is that people are willing to give up their lives. And again, you see the simplicity of it. You look at the attack on the train in France. If it wasn't for those three heroic Americans tackling that individual, he would have been able to kill perhaps a couple of hundred people with one rifle and 9 magazines. So it is concerning. But I think, law enforcement is out there. You're going to see a beefed-up presence in cities throughout America, certainly here in New York for the Thanksgiving Day parade. And everything that can be done, in my judgment, is being done.
Is it different now post 9/11 in terms of the level of cooperation between, like, the state, the local, and the federal law enforcement? I mean, behind the scenes, is it really a well-oiled machine of cooperation?
Yeah, I think cooperation is better now than before, certainly. Nobody wants to be caught holding a bag, quite honestly. So if they have any information, they're going to pass it on. But there really is a paucity of information, significant information, credible information. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of chatter, but discerning what is important, what is not important is very difficult.
I would think the big message is for everyone in America to know that after these attacks that we have, everyone always noticed something, whether it's buying a lot of extra ammunition or something. It's really for the American people to help the law enforcement. If you see something, say something, because if you see something weird, speak up.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a dumb call. You see something strange, we always say, look at your world through the prism of 9/11. If something is out of the ordinary, call. Law enforcement wants to know about it. But you're absolutely right. It's always something that surfaces, after the event, saying... You
don't need 5 pressure cookers. If someone shows up and wants to buy 5 pressure cookers at your store, duh, I mean, that might be a signal.
Yeah, or, gallons of hydrogen peroxide, those sorts of things. Acetone in large quantities. That's the type of thing that deserves a call when it's out of the ordinary. When it's not somebody you're normally doing business with. Yeah, call law enforcement.
Commissioner, nice to see you, sir, and we're hoping for a very safe holiday.
Me too. Thank you, Greta.